Well, hey everyone, how's it going? It's Metal. Welcome back to the channel. So let's talk Avengers Endgame. So the last remaining members of the Avengers have lost the battle with Thanos, and Thanos has won. Back in the events of Avengers Infinity War, as you guys already know, if you haven't seen it, like Infinity War, I don't even know why you're even watching this review, but okay. So meanwhile, the last remaining members of the Avengers, such as Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and all the others, are trying to figure out a way to bring back their vanquished allies, and in order to stop Thanos for good, defeat him, and save the universe. Alright, so this is one of those films where it's kind of dependent on comic book lore, and just if you like see like certain plot scenarios in this movie, it's going to easily spoil the entire experience. So you don't want to do that going into this movie at all. This is the kind of movie that's extremely hard to review without spoiling anything at all. But I'm going to try and do it here, and hopefully this succeeds. So I was overall satisfied with Avengers Endgame. There are a lot of different twists and turns that this movie goes into. It's a very, very just laid back and just more of a human movie than a superhero movie, to be honest, because like pretty much all the characters have a lot of human side to them, and they feel more than just superheroes. They feel like more than just superheroes. They feel like actual, you know, uh, just people, just regular people. Like in this movie, there isn't really much uh, superhero-ness to this movie that you would expect it to be until like the very end showdown, where everything just wraps up beautifully, and like all the story arcs and everything just wraps up so well. And oh my gosh, there are so many emotional moments in this movie for sure. If you've seen the original Iron Man leading up to this, it's pretty heartwarming, and it's just bittersweet, and I just love this movie so much. I was super satisfied with it. I love everything about it. That's not without its flaws, though, which I will get into right now. The flaws I do have with this movie is that this movie clocks in at 3 hours, which is not really a big deal, but it does drag a little bit, just a tiny bit, and some of the kind of like, well, I don't even want to get into that kind of plot scenario, but that because that's just going to spoil everything if I go into that. But yeah, basically, I was overall satisfied with this movie, and I was super satisfied with the final showdown with Thanos again. And yeah, I just love everything about this movie. It's definitely okay. I'm just gonna go come right out and say that Avengers Endgame is an A movie. It gets an A grade for me because it's everything that you would expect. None of the characters need any like introduction at all. It's everything that you would expect, like a finale to a long-running franchise of Marvel movies. But granted, it's not exactly over, like when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But this was a satisfying conclusion to a certain arc of Marvel movies, which is really, really cool, and I really do love it. So basically, I loved Avengers Endgame, plain and simple. Wasn't perfect, but it was really, really, really satisfying and really, really good. And I saw it with a big crowd Friday night on the official release date for this movie in theaters, and like everybody was cheering, everyone was just, they were just in the moment, like there were a lot of scenes that were really emotional, and just people was just kind of like, you know, just cheering and everything, and like it was just a really, really good theater experience for sure, and one of the best I've had in a long time. So yeah, well, so right now basically I'm reading one of the the Infinity Gauntlet comic books. And because, well, I don't just love the Marvel movies. I also love the comics as well. And you should too if you are a comic book fan. Because I love the comics as well. I mean, they're really interesting, and it's really cool to see like how, like, you know, it's really cool to see like how they can, recreate all of those scenes from the comic books. It's really cool to see like how they can do that, and the Russo brothers just did a really damn good job with that. And yeah, just everything about this movie was great. Love the Russo brothers. They did an amazing job with this one. It's a great conclusion to a long-running arc of movies, and I was satisfied. So I don't want to keep on repeating myself and saying the exact same things over and over again. I'm just going to end this video on a high note, saying, uh, hey, look, everyone have a great time with this movie. Hopefully you guys have already seen that already, and I'm pretty sure everyone has at this point. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, and look forward to some more. I got more coming, so just look forward to it, guys. I will be sure to read all of your comments down below, and I'll never leave you guys hanging. You guys all know that already. So until next time, everybody, take it easy, guys, and take care, everyone.